Hey guys, Mozu with Negron Tech here, and today I'll be reviewing the Nuphy or the Nuphy 65HE, and the HE stands for Hall Effect. You know, this is going to be Nuphy's third HE keyboard, magnetic keyboard. Now, they did send this out early for me to review, and with that said, this video isn't sponsored. They're not paying me a fee to review or anything like that. Everything that I'm giving you as an opinion in this video is of my own and not coerced, and you know, all that good stuff that everybody has to say, right? So, Hall Effect keyboards are simply put incredible for gamers if you don't really know already. And, you know, if you play FPSs, even MMOs, even games like League of Legends, like action RPGs, MOBAs, like they're actually the inputs, the actuation puts that are customizable, all that good stuff is very, very important for gamers, but far and away the most important for FPS gamers. The Nuphy 65HE provides, again, custom actuation points. It has snap tap, that SOCD effects. That's very, very important for strafing and counter strafing, getting that pinpoint movements while playing FPSs, rapid trigger. And it also has some other really, really nice features. AKHC polling rate, latency of 0.3 milliseconds, 0.02 millimeters of rapid trigger sensitivity, very, very big, and that custom actuation range from 0.1 millimeters to 3.3 with those magnetic Jade Pros, completely customizable within that range. Alright guys, so here is the Nuphy 65HE in all its glory. It's got the aluminum top. I think it's like ABT plastic on the bottom. I wish the whole thing was aluminum, but it comes to cost, right? And the cost of this up until December 5th, which at the time of the video release, you will get this price, plus a discount if you use my code. It only costs $99.95. That is utterly insane. When you look at the Wootings, you look at Razer Steel Series, you're looking at a lot of these other HE magnetic keyboards. GMK, the new HE Pro, or I think it's a 3, it's like almost $300 in some builds. This is the Wooting PCB with the Tofu, and this was almost 200 something, I think. So the magnetic keyboards, they get really, really expensive. And here comes Nuphy coming in here with this type of keyboard, and it's just utterly insane, right? It's utterly ridiculous, insane how cheap and affordable this is. And you would think you would skimp out with that price, but no, magnetic jades are in this. Magnetic jades for 70 pieces is almost like 60 to 70 bucks depending on where you get it. So the value that you get, the quality switches, you still get part aluminum. It's a very super good sounding keyboard, and I'll do some comparisons with other routing setups that I have so you kind of get the HE comparison. But absolutely insane value just off this alone. Very, very easy to recommend. So as you guys can see from pure typing feel and sound, the Nuphy does feel the best far and away. Those other two are completely stocked, both the Alumaze and the Tofu setup, both of those Wootings. Both of them have the tape mod, and I might have done a couple other things, but I don't think I did anything like
no like extra foam or stuff like that. I wanted to test those completely by themselves. I actually have a video of the Alumaze if you want to look at that and see the exact mods I did. I really think I just did tape. But again, the Alumaze was the Leckers, and in the Tofu setup, that Bronx coffee color, coffee theme build, that is actually magnetic jades. And you can see how different the sound is. Like it's insane. Like it sounds very marbly, which I love, and it's an excellent sounding keyboard. But again, what separates the Wooting is not the sound of the switches, but the software and the absolute precision when it comes to snap tap, rapid trigger, and the actuation points. Now, I don't have the exact tools to completely test that compared to some other creators. I do apologize, but I will at least explore the Wooting, the Nuphy software, and go over that. Alright, so this is my first look at the software. Actually, what's really nice is that I did not download an app, so you just go into the actual product page right here, and as you see, I kind of showed you guys a little bit before with the features, the polling, the south-facing LEDs, which is another nice feature. But again, just very, very, very nice, and you'll just go here into Nuphy.io. You just click this link. Let me go back, and it brings you to where I am at now, right? So we're right here, and then it looks like we just make edits and stuff right there. I don't have the actual software. Maybe this is new. I feel like the 60HE, I had a software, but you have your key bindings here. So you just switch it. Yeah, you have different layers that you can set up. That's pretty nice, for especially for a 65. Let's see. Macros too is pretty cool if you're a WoW player or play MMOs. I'm sure that's very, very cool. Now this is interesting because again, 0.1 to 0.33, which is I think is shorter than the 4mm standard, but. Let's see, there's a dead zone config too if you want to utilize that. I normally have like heavier, fatter fingers, so I actually like deeper actuation points just because that's kind of how I am, and I'm kind of a heavy typer. But I guess right in the middle, like 5.5 or 1.5 is nice for me. Let's see. Oh, I love this. So Wooting does this too, where you can just like highlight a whole bunch of keys and set it up like that. So that's nice. The software is very responsive as it's a web app. This is another big thing where like how many like Razer Steel Series is absolute trash. GMK, it wasn't that offensive when I used it last time, but the new HE software with the new GMK3 is supposedly terrible. I wouldn't know, but that is pretty cool. Again, each key you can set the custom actuation point. See if it actually works here. Let's see. How do I save it? You can set the rapid trigger up here too. Let's see. Is there a way to save this? Oh, I see. So you'll set up the actuation point. So if I want, let's say I'm playing, I'm playing Counter-Strike or Valorant, and I want a really, really, really low actuation point, I can set all of them here. I can switch it up, and then you can do per key too. So that's really, really, really nice. Macro recording. This is another crazy thing. If you actually look at this app over here, the product page, you'll go down here, and I'm not sure it's really big for shooters, but I know like MMOs is probably crazy. As you can see, you can like individual keys can set up like macros and stuff like that, like spellcasting macros, which is kind of nuts, right? Like maybe if you're disabled, maybe if you're a little bit lazy, or you have like not long fingers and it's harder to get to those certain things, like even with maybe it is like, you know, FPSs and you can't reach that control, or you have other like control shift that you don't want to use for crouching, you can set it up differently too. So that's actually really, really nice. And then the lighting effects, just a typical right here. I do want to see this, if I can do what you can do in Wooting, like ripple. So I backlight switch. Very responsive. The actual software, which is like kind of crazy. Like as I'm doing it in real time, it's like very, very, very responsive. That's nice. I'm looking at, ooh. Now my biggest thing when it comes to software is really response time and usage, right? So like I don't want to use software that's going to constantly run in the background, use a lot of RAM, unresponsive, slow, kind of a pain to use. And you know, this being the web IO, I don't know if this is exclusive to the 65HE, but this is very, very, very nice. Again, per key trigger setting, custom actuation points all around. You know, if I'm playing, you know, I'm a League of Legends degenerate, so the Q, the 1 to 5, and my flash, stuff like that, that'll be a little bit lighter actuation point. So it's just very, very nice. You get multiple layers. Another thing too that I'll see if I can show you guys here. Let me unplug this. Yeah, the software did whatever, but you can actually change these profiles right here. there's a little switch right here, and you can actually change like profiles per game. So like if you have a certain I don't know, let's say you're playing like Apex and you want like a different profile for Apex than you do for and that's crazy. I plug it back in and it immediately launches like that. So very, very nice. But you'll see here, you get your Windows mode, your Mac mode, but again, you can also change some of your custom game profiles, as you can see over here. So that's pretty cool, right? Like you can change, hey, I want a Valorant profile, I want an Apex profile, I want a CSGO, Counter-Strike profile. So that's really cool too. So a lot of awesome features here. All right, so I don't really play FPSs, but you see like, you'll see the finger. I'll have the other camera set up, and as I hold it down, I actually still stop, which is pretty nice. But you know, the big thing with this is that it does have the SOCD, the snap tap feature, which is like, I know there's a lot of talk about cheating and stuff like that, like it's too easy, I get it, but you know, it is very responsive Counter-Strike. Not that it really matters for this type of game, but I actually don't have any FPSs added, which is like pretty funny. Ooh. Oh yeah, something about Dark Tide, guys, but very, very responsive. There's no like additional like input delay when trying to actually counter strafe. It actually is nice in a lot of situations. I feel like I'm just cheating right now. If you see my fingers, maybe this is only like a Dark Tide thing, but you know, being able to hold down my left like to peek a corner and then immediately get that pin perfect like stand still. I know CS, it matters to actually be perfectly still while you start that burst, like those windows like shooting. So doing that, like you see as I'm doing it, and immediately, and then I can continue strafing or continue strafing back. So that is actually really nice and super responsive. Again, I don't have like those super in-depth tools to measure like the latency by the actual like millimeter and stuff like that, but just from feel, actually just insane. It feels really good. It feels just like my Wooting, right? Like again, this is just a, you know, maybe it's a placebo effect just because I'm doing it right now. It's my anecdotal opinion, obviously, but yeah, it feels really good. You can see the inputs are great, you know, very responsive, and I got no more to say. Like, very solid. I'm gonna do another commentary like after using this for a week or two. All right, guys. So it's been 6 to 7 days. Been about a week, right? And my final thoughts. I have not switched this keyboard out. This is right now the best sounding, feeling Hall Effect keyboard, and it comes at far and away the best price. This is an insane deal. The case is going to be better than all those other plastic cases. Yes, this is part ABT, but you still get that aluminum top, which is really nice. It is the best sounding keyboard HE stock I've ever tested. Like you can see some of my other videos. The price is, you know, insane. If you use my code, you get another discount. It is affiliate link, but a lot of people are going to be clamoring, at least I believe a lot of people, when this review comes out, are going to be like, holy crap, this keyboard is unbelievable. And I'm telling you, they are not BSing you. This is legitimately an absolutely insane keyboard. Just from that sound test alone, you should be like, wow, what the hell? You know, you get the Gatorad magnetic jades, insane value. You get a really good solid case. Like the stock Wooting plastic case, compared to this, there's no contents. The Razor, the Steel Series plastic, no comparison. This is so much better. And let me plug this back in, guys. It's crazy, right? The actual performance too, like, yes, I don't have the exact tools to measure like the latency in millimeters in the input, but like as you're strafing and you hold down A, you just press D, and that's it. Just like that. No delay, just like, maybe it's a placebo effect, but again, just using that keyboard right now, I was like, wow, that's incredible. Like, one of the best keyboards ever. It feels just like the performance of the Wooting, right? So that's that. I just want to go over some prices real quick, exactly the value you're getting. So like the magnetic jades, I don't know if this includes shifting, but 56, right, from the Gatorad website. You can get cheaper with the magnetic corals, but I would not recommend that. Like, again, this is an insane value. Like, it's insane value, right? So like, it's so worth it right here with the J Pros. And you know, normally it's only $10 more, so if you do order in this window, I recommend just get the J Pros. Like, it's just, you see how good you hear how good they sound, go with that. The Wooting right here, I think this is without shipping. This also doesn't factor in how long it takes. I think both Wootings, I did the 60HE module and a stock Wooting back in the day, both of them took like 2 to 3 months to actually get here. Apex Pro 180, 135, you know, you get trash switches and you get plastic case. I also don't like how it protrudes out. I like how the keyboards actually, I like how switches normally like sit into it. I don't really like this design. And again, with the Nuphy, you get south facing switches, which is huge too. The Glorious, again, the GMMK3 Pro, the 75%. There's some bills that are like $300. This 65, is this 60 or 65? I don't know, but 180, there's a sale, so 162. Magnetic J's from Amazon. Again, I said 60 to 70. It looks like nowadays it's more like $60 for 70. Racher HE 150, 112, but again, like, you know, you get the plastic case, you don't get good switches. And, you know, Keychron, they got one too. This is a 75, so yeah, it's gonna be more. But and I do like Keychron a lot, but again, the price difference is, there really is no comparison. Price is amazing. Performance feels, you know, from personal feel, it feels amazing. The sound and the actual typing experience, nothing I've ever seen compares to it. This is far and away the best one, right? The price, again, is unbelievable. Another huge thing is the software. The software works great, responsive, really, really nice, smooth, and you don't have to download anything. It's just a web IO app. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, I don't know if any other companies do this, but the less software you get on your computer, the less trash on your computer, great. Like, again, I talked about Razer, SteelSeries, GMK3 software being trash. It's just nice to see. It's nice to see this where you could just go right here. Oh, I want to launch IO, and then literally within seconds, like there's an update, but within seconds you can fix everything and then set up your points like that without having to launch software, have it run in the background, stuff like that. So very, very, very good. Lastly, again, I do have an affiliate link in there. Like I said earlier, if you want to get a discount, you can use my code NegronTech. That would really help me out, help out the channel. But again, if you don't want to, if you want to just buy it on your own, I still recommend it, guys. Like, again, I'm not getting paid to tell you anything. They just sent it out to me, no fee, no nothing. And I recommend the hell out of this. I wish this keyboard was out before the Wooting was like so popular. I would have saved a lot of money, and that's pretty much it, guys. Mostly with NegronTech here. Hope you have a good one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any comments or anything like that, I would love to talk to you about it. And again, have a good one.